You may have fallen down the YouTube rabbit hole before, but this time, it's a dizzying spiral of backstabs, false accusations, and real-world horror. Picture this: two once solid friends, IDubbbz and Ethan Klein, go from giddy collapse to public enemies in a matter of clicks, and in the middle stands Hasan Piker, a political streamer whose hot takes ignite fierce debates and occasional global outrage. It all kicked off when Ethan, famous for his laid-back, hasty podcast vibes, shared a story about his kids getting sick from Giardia. Giardia is a nasty parasite you can catch from dog poop, and yes, it can be deadly to infants. Ethan talks about it on stream with the same casual honesty he uses for his coffee breath jokes. But someone in the chat, plus influencers like Denims and Frogan, took it way further. They spread rumors, egging on viewers to call CPS, Child Protective Services. Suddenly, CPS shows up at Ethan's house. Imagine that. Strangers at your door investigating your ability to care about your kids. Terrifying doesn't even cut it. Instead of rushing to his friend's side, IDubbbz did something real shocking. He told his millions of followers the CPS call was wholly justified. He refused to denounce the harassers. He called Ethan a halfway friend because Ethan asked him to speak up against those wild rumors. Fans saw clips of IDubbbz saying Denims was a good person, while Ethan got labeled a liar and a drama queen. Empathy, as he described it, suddenly looked selective. Now, fast forward to April 16th, 2025, the day IDubbbz revived Content Cop to roast Ethan, except it wasn't the razor-sharp, cinematic takedown fans loved. It felt like sitting in someone's bedroom while they griped to a camera phone. Worse, it was filmed in Hasan Piker's own room. At one point, IDubbbz busts out a cringy Fortnite dance with Denims, Frogan, and other Hasan pals. The internet collectively went, "What the hell is happening?" Instead of clever jokes or strategic dismantling of arguments, we got sloppy cameos from influencers already accused of fueling the anti-Klein harassment. Now enter Mr. Hasan Piker, a political commentator with almost 3 million Twitch followers. Hasan built his brand on left-leaning analysis and punchy humor, but he has a history of controversial moments. In 2019, he quipped that America deserved 9/11. He later blamed his choice of words on English being his second language. He argued that Jews are white colonizers in the Middle East and that Israeli heritage does not exist. He claimed Iraqi Jews could go back tomorrow, even though Iraqi laws specifically exclude them. He praised that Dr. Pepper wasn't owned by Zionists, only to be corrected with one Google search. Each time he called out, Hasan shrugs, deflects, or doubles down. So when IDubbbz used Hasan's missteps in his Content Cop to paint Ethan and Hasan as a villainous duo, it landed with a thud. The video attempted to tie together every controversial Hasan quote as proof of some grand betrayal, but it felt less like honest critique and more like listing every hot button soundbite to stir outrage. However, the worst parts happened off camera, in real life. Denims repeatedly insisted kids under 3 can't form memories, so who cares about CPS trauma? Her chat roared in agreement. Frogan labeled Ethan a racist for not supporting the October 7th attacks. Matt Lee tweeted, "We got to save them kids," alongside harassing comments. And then came the skulls. 2 human skulls mailed to Ethan's home. That made headlines and triggered an FBI interview. There were threats about swinging Ethan's child from an oak tree, doxing family addresses, and worse. This was no longer internet drama, it was criminal harassment and terror. And IDubbbz's reaction? He claimed he got empathy only at 32 after crying over how nasty people were to him. He deleted the content crop video from his own channel once he felt flack, but by then, the damage was already done. He still hadn't condemned Denims or Frogan, never fully disclosed the skull deliveries, and blamed Ethan for starting the drama. His claims of personal growth and empathy rang hollow. He seemed more upset about mean comments than the attempt to destroy a family. Meanwhile, let's rewind to IDubbbz's big charity event, Creator Clash. In May 2022, Creator Clash 1 sold over 100,000 pay-per-views and raised a whopping $1.3 million for charity, so high fives all around. Then in April 2023, Creator Clash 2 managed only 50,000 buys, lost over $250,000, and sadly donated zero. The reasons? Piracy, sky-high venue and hotel costs, extra fights, and hefty fees for fight commentators. Fans saw the hype, but not the bills. Then, Creator Clash 3 was set for 2025. Headliner Harley Morenstein pulled out, calling the drama uncool and fearing anti-Semitism from fans of Hasan. Lena Ayad, Ethan's protege, said she couldn't support an event tainted by conflict between her boss and IDubbbz. Fighters withdrew, promoters panicked, and ticket sales cratered. In a final twist, IDubbbz and his wife Anissa publicly stepped away from the event, handing over management to a professional team. They insisted they had no financial stake, but fans saw it as abandoning ship after a self-made storm. A charity event, once seen as a uniting force, became collateral damage in this online war. You've got a few ways to make sense of it. One camp calls IDubbbz the evil mastermind who exposed Hasan's hypocrisy and punished Ethan for asking him to speak up against harassers. They say he was right to question an influencer who defended people willing to break up a family. Another camp sees IDubbbz as the friend who stabbed Ethan in the back, using cheap theatrics in Hasan's bunker-level production, letting online mobs run riot, and turning a charity boxing match into a ghost town. Then there is Hasan, accused of toxic rhetoric and dodging accountability. Some say his fiery debates shine light on political issues. Others say he stokes division and spreads half-truths for clicks. His cameo and content cop seemed more a cosign for nasty chat than genuine critique. So where do I land? Here's my unfiltered take. This whole saga is a brutal reminder that influencer culture isn't just harmless entertainment. When big personalities feed the mob mentality, real people pay the price. CPS raids might seem like clickbait fodder, but they scare parents senseless. Sending human skulls isn't just edgy internet trolling, it's a felony. Supporting or ignoring that crosses a moral line. Creators do wield power. With a single tweet or video, they can ignite sympathy or unleash a pack of online wolves. That power demands responsibility. If you pick a side, own every single consequence. Don't cherry-pick empathy for your narrative while glossing over real harm. And if you're an audience member, remember, your clicks, likes and shares fuel the circus. It might be fun to watch influencers duke it out, but someone's life is on the line. Pause before you share. Ask, is this exposing the truth or just tossing gasoline on a fire? Because in the end, it's not about team politics, it's about basic decencies. If we keep feeding on scandals, we lose something vital, our collective ability to protect each other from the darker side of the internet. So next time an influencer teases the biggest expose, take a deep breath. Real empathy is earned, not performed, and real influence protects families, not tears them apart. Peace out.